Cookies, good morning. So for today's show, I am responding to a viewer request. Dalise, shout out to you, has requested that I do a beauty tutorial. And I gotta say, like, I had no idea that I was her beauty icon, but it just kind of warms my heart that she could admit it and that I can kind of provide her some relief from her absence from my style, because I know that it's something you're probably all missing so much. So today I'm going to show you how to get the basic Pav look. Sometimes we go a little bit upscale, and we'll do that on another day, but you know, day in, day out, coming to school, doing my thing. How do I go about it? You've been asking yourself this all year, I know. Well, today I'm going to finally answer that question. You saw me brushing my teeth. Super, super important. Got to take care of those chompers. And I'm already dressed, so I'm just going to talk you through my outfit. This shirt is a very special shirt because Mrs. Tuttle calls it my ELA teacher. Hi, Buster. Mrs. Tuttle calls it, I don't have any food for you. I don't have any food. I don't have any food for you. All right. Mrs. Tuttle calls it my ELA teacher shirt because when we were growing up, teachers would give you these papers that had like the blacked out line and the white line. So you would get in the habit of writing on every other line when you were doing a draft of your essay. And so this always reminds her of that. You guys don't have that experience because of the Chromebooks. Yeah, you were missing out, guys. Like, and just like the black and white of this shirt kind of lends itself to an overall black and white look. So I went with leggings, you know, classic. And then, of course, my signature Pav shoes, my Vans high tops. I love these shoes. They go with most everything. Particularly, they are looking fly with this outfit. So we're off to a great start. So let's talk about hair and makeup. We'll head into the bathroom together. I have already put on kind of the foundation of my makeup, and what I used this morning was from Sephora. I used the Bare Minerals. The reason why I use this, it's a little bit more expensive. Usually I just get like the drugstore makeup, but I like it because just the way my skin tone is, it's hard to find something that exactly matches, and it just makes a difference when your foundation matches your skin tone. Now, you guys, most of my viewers are middle schoolers, and maybe you don't even need to wear foundation because you're just lovely young things. However, whether it's foundation, whether it's moisturizer, I 100% recommend that you do something on your face that's a sunscreen every day. And I don't care if you're not a white lady like me. Even if your skin is darker, sunscreen is still important because you may not burn, but it doesn't mean it's not doing the damage. So what I have found combats the dark circles is like a little, it's kind of like a cover-up stick, but it's yellow. And what that does is it neutralizes the darker colors that make me look tired. It doesn't completely get rid of them. Nothing gets rid of them. Maybe sleep would, but sleep is for sissies. Just kidding, you should get your sleep. Anyway, so I am putting this on to try to combat that tired look. Let me see. I can actually look in the mirror. Okay. All right. So, have that done. And the next thing I'm going to do around my eyes, if I can find it, half of my morning makeup routine, by the way, is me looking for that thing. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, this is primer. And what it does is it kind of helps the eye makeup stick a little bit better, which is important for me, and I'll tell you why. So I have what is called hooded eyes. So if you watch, it's kind of cool. It's kind of like a convertible. You know how, have you ever seen a car that's a convertible and how like the roof of the car bloop, 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 retracts? So if you look at my eye when I open it, it retracts underneath the top of my lid. See that? I am like a human convertible. A transformer. Anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, my hooded eyes. Oh, you know who else has hooded eyes? Who else has hooded eyes in the Harry Potter series is Bellatrix Lestrange. That's one of the character traits, like descriptive traits that J.K. Rowling always uses to talk about Bellatrix, which always made me really uncomfortable because Bellatrix is really, really evil. And I'm Bad Pav. All right, so let us do the primer. And what I'm actually going to do, generally like when I put on my foundation or primer or anything like that, I try to use a little sponge thing. I just think it's gentler on the skin and it helps to blend a little bit. So I'm actually going to put this on the top and underneath because that will also kind of let the yellow do its job, but without looking yellow. Because I may be a sunflower, but I don't even really know what I meant by that. Other than it's my favorite Post Malone song. Let's see. We're gonna look in the big mirror. Ooh, looking good, Pav. So now my canvas is ready. And I want to keep my makeup kind of neutral looking today. So, what do I want to use? I'm going to use this little CoverGirl palette. And I think I'm going to use kind of like the pearly white. You can see that's the one I use most often. And put it on the bottom half of my lid, the kind that goes under the convertible, or the part that goes under the convertible. So I have my makeup brush. I've had these for a long time. It's important to take care of your makeup brushes. I wash them regularly. All right. I'm just going to kind of cover my lid. I am a fan, especially in the daytime, of putting light colors on my upper lids because, again, I feel like that draws, well, it does two things. The first thing is I feel like it draws the eye away from how tired I might look. But the second thing is I just think it looks different. Most people usually put dark. So if I put lighter colors on my upper lids, it just kind of stands out and kind of gives me that little Pav-esque feeling because I'm just not like everybody else. Okay, so in addition to kind of the creamy white shadow, I'm going to use this white eyeliner as well to line just the upper lid. I watched a tutorial once where this is where I got the idea of the white liner. I forget who it was, a tutorial who did it, because it was many years ago that I watched it. But the person who did the tutorial, lined her upper and lower lid. I tried that and I looked like a zombie. So we're not going to do that today. We're just going to do the upper lid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to section out a bit of my hair to the side, and I'm going to start twisting it. Okay? I'm going to hold it, and then I'm going to section out on the other side, kind of, doesn't have to be perfect, but a similar size section. Obviously it's not going to be exact because the part is not centered. And I'm twisting that. So I don't like how that twisted. I'm going to move it a little bit. I have these two twisted sections. So what I want to do is bring them together in the back. And I want to go kind of close to the bottom of my hair. And I'm going to take this little hair doodad and I'm going to tie them together. And so this happens sometimes where like the little hairs here kind of get crazy. So I'm going to, just before I start setting everything, I'm just going to make sure they're smooth. Now, what I do from here is I flip it a couple of times. Bloop, bloop, which adds to the twist. Maybe a couple more times. Bloop. Perfect. All right, so this is a pretty common everyday Pav hairdo that you guys are used to seeing. Let's see what it looks like in the back. Okay. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. So, I just want to spray these sides because my hair is super fine. And like that's the thing, like I've always had a hard time keeping it tied up or getting it to hold any style because it's really soft and really fine and it just likes to just not do anything different. Alright, but that's just going to kind of hold it while I'm taking care of the bottoms. Obviously I have straight hair. I'm not flat ironing to straighten my hair, but what it does is it just kind of makes it look crisper and more polished. Alright, so I will take my handy dandy flat iron. The other benefit of the Shimmer and Shine hair detangler is that it kind of dampens the hair a little bit. Alright, so you can kind of see the difference between the sides. Not really. Well, maybe you can. I can. No, I can't. But anyway, this is what I do in the morning. And I know that for months you guys have been saying, wow, that Pav, she is so put together. Now you know. Now you've seen it in action. I think that I want to tie my little thing a little higher up than I did. And I know that the little doodad is going to break. I'm going to figure out, because these doodads don't usually last more than one use. But I wasn't happy with how that twist worked out, so I'm just going to redo it up here. There's often redoing that occurs in my beauty routine, but I'm okay with that. We all make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has a bad day. All right. Not done yet. Okay. None of you is going to have to do this, but the hairdressers are closed. And you can kind of see that there's some lighter hairs up at the top. They're gray hairs because I deal with crazy children. So, as I can't go to the hairdresser, this is actually not my usual root cover-up. This is the one I like. This is a spray, and what I do is I go like just at the top where the roots mostly show through. However, somebody bought out the entire shelf at CVS of my hair root cover-up. Rude. So I bought this, which is a little bit different. It's a little powder. And it's kind of the way the light is hitting. To see. That's better. And it just kind of covers up. Because, let's face it, If I left my gray hair the way it was, you guys already have so much reverence and respect for me. And if I left my gray hair the way it was, I might become intimidating to you as like the wise, knowledgeable woman of the third floor. And as you know, Mr. Asano is in charge of the third floor, and I don't really want to take away his authority with my overt, visible wisdom hair. So I cover it up out of consideration for him and for the other teachers on the floor. Am I the oldest teacher on the whole third floor? No, I'm not. I'm not going to say who I think is older. But I think I'm the oldest teacher in the middle school. Miss Spingler might be my age. I think she might be. Not sure. All right. All I need is the glasses. Let me see my glasses.